Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I'm going to do the working week separate from the Sunday live because we get too distracted. Okay, and I feel like we haven't done a proper working week for a while. I want to see what the fairies want to say. Okay, I'm going to pull for 3 cards for the masculine's energy, 3 cards for the feminine's energy, and take on board both. Fairies, come out to play. Okay. Let's use the Fairy Tarot cards. Let's have some points of focus. It's 1313, which is death. Transformers, transformation come to mind, but it was like Transformers, robots in disguise. Let's pull for the masculine side first. If we can have 3 cards of guidance. We're abiding by the rules. There was just 3. I felt like they were going to kick me out 4, and it's like, no, 3. They're abiding by the rules. Oh, I've angled them. Feminines. 4 of summer, I can see. I want to look at the union energy. It's the bottom of the deck. Nice. I was expecting this to come out in one of the actual sides. This is pointing towards the masculine side when I put it down. The trumpet here is going to be blowing towards the masculine side. It says plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. That's the union energy, look. Over the wall. Into this field of sunflowers, things grow quickly. They grow really quickly. The sun, the sunflowers. Let's read the union energy, or do you want to read it at the end? We'll read it at the end. Okay. Let's look at the masculine side. Focus points, the 2 of winter. Indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. Okay, let's find out what's going on here. Look at the music here. The instruments. 2 of winter. The 2 of swords. I'm going to read this because it opened up to it. And it says the suit of winter. Now, we're in winter, okay? But because I've kind of been taken to this page, and info, some more information, okay? It's indecision as well. Let's do it. Look how gloomy it looks. It keeps going all grey. Well, we want to manifest some sun. Let's look at this 2 of winter. But first of all, let's read what the suit of winter means. Most of us think of winter as being the coldest time of the year. And as this is the suit of the mind and intellect, we can associate the briskness of the season with the cool energy of pure thought. We often slow down our actions during winter as we stay tucked in our cosy homes. We have time to think as we await warmer weather, when we can then act upon our plans. I saw daffodils. I've been out, and as I was coming around the roundabout, I saw daffodils. Just thought, spring's coming, it's here. Okay, after this storm. Okay, so we have time to think as we await warmer weather, when we can then act upon our plans. We may spend more time communicating with friends and family when we feel the desire to remain indoors when it's warm and comfortable. Where it's warm and comfortable. If the winter is severe, we might start to feel isolated or allow our thoughts to turn toward fearful or worrying topics. More often than not, the worry is unnecessary and only takes us away from the merry path that God, the angels, and the fairies wish to show us. We must remain positive, with the assurance that the cold will eventually end and spring will provide us with the opportunity to leap into action. In traditional tarot, that is the suit of swords and the element of air. Something's in the air. Spring. Leap into action. We know we've been picking up on spring, haven't we? All of us. So let's go to the Two of Winter. Now is the time to take action. So this is the guidance for the masculine's energy. Now is the time to take action. Indecision has previously held you back, but this is the moment to trust yourself and move forward. Decision making can sometimes be challenging, but your intuition will guide you to the perfect choice. You may be torn between doing what you know is right for you and doing what someone else wants you to do. Chances are this matter requires that you see to your own needs. If you lack clarity, you can ask God, the angels and the fairies to give you a sign, or just listen to your own spiritual guidance. Make your choice with confidence. It may be necessary to compromise with others in order to move forward. Don't allow past concerns to keep you from attaining your goals. A little fairy boy is faced with a difficult choice. Both make music, but which one would truly bring forth the song inside his heart? Additional meanings of this card: feeling trapped between the intellectual and emotional, overanalyzing the situation, ignoring a problem in the hopes that it will go away. And I felt when I spoke about the suit of winter, said about either, you're waiting, okay, you've been in this quiet space, you've been getting closer, you're wanting to reach out to your community because you're at home feeling warm and cozy, or you've kind of let it affect you the other way, okay, and you've kind of isolated yourself. So I feel it's like the masculine and the feminine. The feminines are kind of waiting for these new ideas to spring forth, and the masculines have really been isolating themselves. We've got the Five of Winter for the masculines. It's interesting how it's got the blues. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. I was saying that it's pointing towards the masculine side, and it looked very blue as well. It was just kind of confirmation that it is the masculine's energy that will be kind of needs to make a decision, take action. So we've got the Five of Winter now. Things don't always go the way you expect them to. If your plans don't work out, ask God, the angels and the fairies to help lead you to a new, more successful path. Always stay in integrity and know that the kindness you show others will come back to you. If you've had a challenging journey, remember to express gratitude to those who helped you along the way. Associate with other people who have high morals and show true compassion for the world. Avoid negative individuals. If you find yourself linked with organisations or groups of people who lack honesty and principles, release yourself from these ties and seek out those who share your values and ethics. Wanting to feel at home. It's like the boys are coming home. The fairy on the card has clearly been successful in accumulating all the snowballs. But if his victory is a lonely one, how satisfying can it be? Additional meanings of this card: something that's not worth the effort, seeking a win-win situation, walking away from dishonest associations. There's some preparing here. Big week for the masculines. Let's see what the final bit of guidance is. The Divine Feminine, the Nine of Autumn. I'm not lying, it's the Divine Feminine. She's got her harp there. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. It's definitely the Divine Feminine, that's where the masculine's going. You can see that she's waiting here. It's not so blue, is it? It's more aqua. Turquoise. Nine of Autumn, the Divine Feminine's here with the green. So the masculines, it says, you know, you follow the path. The right choice for you. What does your heart want to do? Nine of Autumn, it wants to go to the Divine Feminine. It says, okay. It's time to reward yourself for your wonderful achievements. You've accomplished a great deal and you deserve a little relaxation, nurturing and peace. Enjoy the fruits of your labours. Do something that feels truly luxurious and self-loving. You've worked very hard. It's healthy to honour yourself in some small or large way as an incentive to keep your forward progress going. After all, you earned it. A very successful fairy enjoys the beautiful music from her harp, where the fruits of her labour ripen around her. What's he got to choose? I don't know. Instrument. It says they both make music. It's kind of coming towards the Divine Feminines, like the harp. Someone told me something about, or I heard it somewhere. Well, I've definitely heard it somewhere. It's about the harp, kind of, the music actually like helps to attract the angels to come in. It's angelic music. Oh, okay. So additional meanings of this card: being happily self-employed, creating a beautiful environment, enjoying the finer things in life, cherishing your time alone. I think the Divine Masculine here, it's definitely the direction he's looking in. The Divine Feminine is contented here. Well, it seems. In her time alone, but I think that's going to change. It's like, it's a love call. Love songs have had something to do with it. Feminines. Four of Wands, Four of Spring. Be grateful, you have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. Looks like unions on the cards this week. Working towards union, but I say union's really on the cards. Patience, just a little bit of patience, it's coming. But the Four of Spring with the Four of Summer. Let's have a look. Four of Spring first. Gratitude. So you need to be appreciative. You need to know that this is coming in. Okay? This is about you keeping your vibration high. Being appreciative for the journey. Because gratitude is a powerful manifesting energy in the universe, helping you gracefully dance with the magical light-footedness of the fairies. I spoke yesterday about being graceful. Grateful, graceful. Taking time to say thank you to your family, co-workers, the fairies and God creates a circular flow that brings even more abundance. Every day give thanks for something in your life. You can do so aloud or just in your prayers. This card can also indicate new reasons to celebrate that will soon make themselves known. You may need to set aside some time for social events such as weddings, housewarmings, baby showers, or other parties to acknowledge a milestone or advancement. A happy couple join in a dance of gratitude and amid a field of flowers. Simon. A happy couple join in a dance of gratitude amid a field of flowers. In the background is the castle that they have built, representing the great abundance they have worked so hard to attain. Additional meanings of this card: feeling that life is wonderful, pride in your accomplishments, a deep sense of peace and happiness, a centered. Okay, take that as a contented, it says. A centered. Get centered, guys. A contented personal life and a new home. So, now you're wondering. 4 of Summer. Being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. Okay. Taking someone or something for granted, discontented with life. So you're going to choose one end of the spectrum, aren't you? You're either going to be buzzing or you're going to be depressed. You're going to have to stay buzzing. 4 of Summer. Daily life can be full of hectic activities. You could grow distracted and not notice opportunities that are being offered to you. You may become so focused on what you don't have that you completely discount the gifts that you have been given. It's very important to spend time in nature, to take time to quiet your heart, your mind and heart. Get centered. When doing so, you can ask God, the angels and the fairies for messages about what opportunities are around you that you may not be seeing. Heaven is always offering you magical presents, but you have to be open to experiencing these gifts. A fairy stands in a prayer-like pose, clearly worrying over what she feels she has lost. Meanwhile, wonderful new opportunities beg for her to take notice of them. Additional meanings of this card: taking someone or something for granted, the power of meditation, a lack of motivation, not seeing the forest for the trees, and daydreaming. Been speaking about this, okay? It's a reflection of yourself. Stay positive, it's coming. Why do you believe it's not? Just be careful of the words that you're using. Let's have a look at this last one. The Princess of Spring. Oh, it's the, well, it will be the Page of Wands, but it's a feminine. Optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, and energetic. It's like, keep doing what you're doing. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. It's like, and we're off. And it's not just about the masculine. The masculine, that's kind of like the gift at the end, the connection, the relationship. The actual relationship in the physical is your gift when you've kind of done the work on you. It's kind of automatically delivered when you're ready. That's how it always works. But you have to kind of understand that. And then it flows. You're like, okay, we've been seeing the abundance coming. We've been speaking about it. Are you allowing it? The synchronizations everywhere, being open and receptive. Okay. So we've got the Princess of Spring. Look at her. It is truly exhilarating to get to know the Princess of Spring. Just clear the throat. There's no experience she doesn't want to have, no creative endeavour she won't experiment with. Painting, singing, dancing, acting. She wants to try it all. Her optimism is contagious. And if you spend time with her, you'll find your metaphorical glass going from half full to running over. Our princess is enthusiastic and remarkably creative. She exhibits an almost childlike exuberance for life that will have you smiling. She's an eager volunteer, and anyone will be lucky to have her on the team. Just keep in mind that with all this energy, it can be tough to keep focused. She's easily distracted by the next new opportunity and can wander off before completing the task she has in front of her. So sounds like me. Okay, but that's where like the masculine kind of reins me in. Okay, it's like keeps you centered, grounded. She's easily distracted by the next new opportunity and can wander off before completing the task she has in front of her. The little girl fairy in the Ace of Spring has grown up, and so has the holy hawthorn tree she has been tending to since it was planted by Joseph of Arimathea in Glastonbury. A joyful and playful life is up for grabs. Additional meanings of this card: doing something that expands your horizons, taking a light-hearted approach, explore what fascinates you, being fearless, staying focused. So that's why it was so important that we kind of structured ourselves, because this energy is really playful. We've been playing with it on the chats, okay? It's great. Like, we know we like this energy, this giggly, childlike energy, but it can distract us. And so that's when I noticed in yesterday's live, you kind of went, oh, it's got serious now. And it did. The energy changed. And it's like, let's bring it back. Which is like, it's quite hard. But it's good when you recognise that I'm getting distracted. I'm going off task. Okay. Hence why I'm doing the working week separate. Wow. Let's look at what the sun means now. Card number 19. Oh, itchy neck. Someone's tickling me. Plans that work out perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. And gratitude for the blessings of life. 19. Great success has been yours, with more to come. Turn your face to the sun, open your arms and embrace the blessings that now flow directly to you from heaven. You can expect the dawning of brilliant new ideas that will lead to wonderful opportunities. Whew. Something to get your teeth into. Oh, I love a new project. See, I'm like off. Oh dear. You're a beautiful, shining child of God. You're unique in the universe. And the world needs you to be exactly who you are. Go ahead and toot your own horn. Remember that it's important to treat yourself with the same kindness, respect and caring that you would a best friend or beloved partner. Our fairy hero rides a unicorn through a field of sunflowers. The unicorn symbolises his purity of intention, while the sunflowers evoke happiness and satisfaction. Additional meanings of this card: success, fulfillment, public recognition, enlightenment, joyful celebration, and a return to health. Thank you very much, fairies, for that. Patience and positivity. Positive expectation for the feminine. That good things are coming. They're here. It's not even they're coming, they're here. So you need to make sure that you're recognising them in all their forms. And that's like not the divine masculine, okay? So try and recognise all the other things that, okay? The divine masculine you'll be able to feel around you. Same with your angels, your guidance, just the knowing now. Masculines, you've got a choice to make. You're you're really tongue-tied. Okay, say no more. That's cool. We don't need to keep going over it, do we? Oh, I want to pull the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Two of Winter. Look. Indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you. Better for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. Six of Swords. It's interesting. There's a lady with a child here. Moving on. Yeah, I don't feel it's the Divine Feminine. This is about leaving a unit. There's another lady and a child here. But the Three of Swords are kind of in this. You can't see his face. So it's like you're not really going to know whose story this is until like later on. So don't take it on. But there's 3 swords here that have kind of pinned down the cloak. And I think that's the masculine underneath. I felt like he'd been stabbed in the back. But there's something here to do with walking away, indecision. So it's like, do you stay in this situation where you feel pinned down, stabbed in the back maybe? The 3 of Swords just took me to the heartache. Or do you move on from that and you go towards the Divine Feminine? Cherishing her time alone, so it's kind of like, okay, she doesn't really have this. I don't even want to call it a burden, but that's what it felt like. This is something that's definitely pinning down the masculine. What came out with the 5 of Winter, with having to walk away from dishonest associations, realising that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. Masculine here could be fighting for this and he's not really getting anywhere. Yesterday it spoke about stuck in the mud and you just find yourself in muddier situations. So what's coming out here with the walk away from dishonest associations is the 4 of Wands again. And you've got the feminine. And just the green here. With her independent energy. So this is kind of walking away to the community of divine feminines, divine masculines. Where the divine feminine is the 9 of Pentacles, like glamour. It's like that's a stylish lady. Because there's a deceitful one here. So that's where, I'm not sure where these two are walking off in the background here, but I feel, you know, the masculine's been fighting for someone that maybe was leaving anyway, I'm not sure. But whatever he was fighting for, it's not worth the effort anymore. So there may have been someone else in the picture for getting in the way of like kind of this child and this woman and the divine masculine. But you've got the 4 of Wands with that card, so it's like this is where he's thinking about walking to. You've got the 9 of Autumn, which is the divine feminine. It says reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. So the space is safe. Ace of Cups. Wow. That's where the passion, the love, the fire is. Just passion, guys. This is the devilish pull. It's to pull on that cord. It's the flame. Look, come on. Let's look at the 4 of Spring for the feminines. Be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness. A contented personal life. Princess of Wands. Well, we've already had her. She was described as being optimistic, enthusiastic, creative and energetic. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. You need to just stay within this energy. Good things are here. 4 of Summer. You're being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. Taking someone or something for granted. Discontented with life. You could look at this as if the feminines are just in this homely space and it's like begging for forgiveness here. So that could be referring to the masculine. Maybe he took the connection for granted or didn't take it seriously. But he's very discontented with life. We can look at it like that. The Magician. This is him wanting to make things up. Putting all the cards out on the table. All the tools here. I'm going to get another one. The Magician. The Three of Wands. Yeah, I felt it was just waiting for the manifestation to come in now. I'm going to have to get another one here. What's going on? The Nine of Cups. Yeah, this is just waiting for the masculine to join. He's got the Ace of Cups here, which will make the Ten of Cups. The feminine's here. It's the flame on the masculine side, and then we end with the flame here, I felt, with the Nine of Cups. You're each other's flame. The Magician's here. Wow, I felt here as if the Divine Feminine was going to kind of like a parting of the seas. And the Nine of Cups, the Divine Masculine. Okay. I feel as if the masculine's giving the feminine the wand here. You're going to have to stick with me. I feel like the masculine's giving the feminine the wand, kind of saying you have the power to part the sea, to like clear the way. It's definitely to do with, like, not in the physical. That's, the masculine has to take the action. But it's what you're doing energetically. Nine of Cups, because you've got that cup there. Which will leave 8, which means that I want to say the masculine's in the void, and he's going to kind of, I felt that was a ceremony, a walkway, and walking down the aisle. Not as in marriage, this is like coming out of the dark into the light. I feel like it's into the passion first. There's a fury here. Okay, so it's like, take this wand. It's like you're just because we keep saying across the waters, and it's like you're clearing the way. There's a path there. There's a pathway through now. That's all with the Divine Feminine. And then we've got the Princess of Spring. Okay. Let's just read these words. Optimistic, enthusiastic, creative and energetic. Strength. Wow. The wand's being given. Look, the masculine's resting. Look at the protection here from the feminine. So he is guiding the Divine Feminine on what to do. Energetically. It's a power that you believe in. Was it Moses who parted the sea? If you don't believe you can do it, there's no point even trying, is there? Really? You've got to believe that you can actually clear the way here, energetically. There's 2 puddles here on the floor. Just reminds me of the yin-yang. They just need to kind of blend together. It's like your world with mine. I feel like the Divine Feminine says, I have an idea. An idea. That's what it is. Queen of Cups. She looks very much like serious. It's like actually take it seriously. Energetically clear the way. Queen of Cups. With the sun. Wow. How long have we been on for? 34 minutes, 55 seconds. top one wanted to be seen. Clairvoyance. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Okay. It's very important. Have a look at all the colours here for the divine feminines compared to the masculines. It's not. The array of colours, the spectrum, the alignment, your power, full spiritual sight. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Your clairvoyance may come in different forms, as fleeting mental images in your mind's eye, as dreams, as reoccurring sights in the physical world, as auras and energy, or as apparition experiences. All of the facets of clairvoyance are beautiful and varied. Enjoy and trust them. Hold the intention of seeing only love, and that is what you'll see. Working with Archangel Raziel. Raziel's aura holds all the colours of the rainbow, like a beautiful prism of light. Working with clear quartz crystals magnifies clairvoyance and helps you feel closer to Raziel. Okay, let's get another one. Makes sense? The moon cycles. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalise upon these cycles. Got a new moon coming up next. New moon's for manifestation. Full moon is to release anything that you no longer need. And the new moon, you put your intentions out there. Let's look at these moon cycles. The full moon is the perfect time to release anything you're done with. The new moon is the time to focus on manifesting desires and intentions. And the evening before the full moon is an optimal time for healing and for recharging healing instruments such as crystals and oils. Spend time looking at the moon and notice how you feel in relationship to its cycles. As you discover the moon's connection with your vitality and moods, you're more in touch with its divine magic. Working with Archangel Haniel. Haniel's aura is bluish white, like the full moon's glow. The crystal associated with Haniel is the moonstone, which has magical, nurturing energy associated with it. Wear or hold a moonstone whenever you wish to feel close to Haniel. She will care for you with her nurturing mother energy and effect miracles with her love for you. Picked up on, so the full moon is a perfect time to, the evening before the full moon. A good time for healing. And we've had the full moon. The evening before the full moon is an optimal time for healing and for recharging healing instruments such as crystals and oils. I don't want to get any more from now. I want to actually get wrapped up. We're going to get an angel's prayers. We're getting one for both sides. They were just collective guidance. Those two archangel, the clairvoyance and moon cycles. That's for both. Although they're sitting on the feminine side, but I don't feel drawn to. Let's get a card for the masculines. Clear your vibes. Archangel Metatron. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. Ooh, I've opened up to it. You are being guided to clear your life of any harsh, negative or challenging energy. It's time to make way for positive energy in your life. And the only way you can do this is by clearing your aura, body and energy. Surround yourself with positive people and uplifting environments. The angels are encouraging you to call on them to help you clear your life of anything that's getting between you and inner peace. Clear any clutter from your home, office, car, and anywhere else you spend time. When you clear clutter in your life, you clear psychic clutter from your energy. And when you clear your energy, you open yourself up to more abundant and spiritual experiences. Metatron is one of the few angels who have walked the earth as a human being, so he knows more than the other angels what it can be like to be challenged by people and situations. His name means the throne next to God, and he has a special connection with the current era, as he represents the new energy and the connections that are opening up to the other worlds and heaven. He is the angel who can help us connect with the wisdom of God in our daily life. Awesome message. Let's look for the feminines. Earth angel, say you'll be mine. That's what you've got, guys. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. Well, this inspiration for the Divine Masculine. The angels are so grateful for all of your positive thoughts and the actions you do for others. They want you to take some time to see how amazing you are as a person. They are so blessed to have someone like you helping them do their work here on earth. You are an angel of the earth. Thank you. Instead of working out what you want next in your life, ask yourself these simple questions. How can I be of service? How can I first serve myself? And how can I extend my help to others? When you have the answers, know that they are guidance from your angels. They want you to be just like them. And by living your life in a balanced way, for yourself first, and then for others, you will become a living, breathing angel. Look at that card. Said she didn't look like she was blue. Or this turquoisey colour. Well, that was worth it. I'm going to end on a postcard from Spirit for both as well. And that's how I'm going to end. Postcard from Spirit. For the Divine Masculine, please. And can we have one for the Divine Feminine? Got a nice cup of love there. Divine Masculine. Looks just like this cup. One here that the Feminine's holding, look. Let's read yours first then. Hope floats. Dear you, oh my, things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is cause for celebration. So, no need, okay, you are nervous. Let's pull one for the feminines, okay? Take a deep breath now. Okay, no need to get nervous, you knew it was coming. With love for the feminines. Let's read the masculines. Look at this one. Okay, I'll take that as the union. The union message. Divine Masculines. Hope floats. Dear you, oh my, things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is okay to be afraid. Oh my goodness. Shall we read it? This is okay to be afraid. Should we read it properly? Oh my. It's okay. Things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear, rather in spite of it, or even because of it. Step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch you are clinging to, and let Spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said: take one step towards the gods, and they will take 10 towards you. We're all doing the Destiny Cha-Cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance. Loving you always. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Come join the conga line. Divine Feminines, with love. Dearest Stu, we have a secret for you. The more you think you know, the less you actually do. So if you are willing to keep an open mind, you will avoid the narrow confines of the know-it-all and open up to the unlimited potential that can be discovered only by the curious optimist. Curiosity allows you to discover new things, see the world from a different perspective, and find answers to questions you might not even know you have. Right now, whatever is going on, it's important to know that you are not aware of all the aspects of it you need to see. Let's go back and see what we're saying here. Oh, okay. Right now, whatever is going on, it's important to know that you are not aware of all the aspects of it you need to see to make an informed choice. You might be projecting a story that isn't totally true. So moving forward, your mantra could be, I don't know, or that's interesting, as you keep your mind and heart open to new experiences and a richer existence overall. All of us over here want you to be all you can be. We are cheering for you. Can you hear us? I feel like that's the masculines cheering for the feminines. It's like they're saying, can you hear us? Keep going. Earth Angel. Union energy. You are magic. Let's end on this, my ears ringing. Dearest Stu, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be just as they are, without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all of its flawsomeness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple. It doesn't matter, for there is always something to discover, experience and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy. Even after all those blunders? Okay. Don't need to be perfect, you just need to be you. Okay. Am I going to leave it there? I feel like we're not. Depends what the time is. 4941. I'm going to get a Mother Mary. Let's see what the message is today. She's been assisting us a lot, like kind of daily. Okay. Our Lady of Sacred Waters. Said about kind of clearing this pathway. Okay, let's have a look. I've not had this card before. 27. That's the date of my birthday. It's my birth date. It's my mum's birthday today. My mum was born 84 years ago today. She's around us. I can feel her a lot. 27. I am the sacred guardian of the holy waters. I offer you cleansing, healing, regeneration and the miracle of life. I bring you the blessing of moving forward through emotionally letting go. I honour and support your emotional life, helping you tap into its potential healing power. Dive into the sacred waters of your being and I will greet you as you emerge, renewed and ready for the next stage of your life journey. We hold the earth in our bodies. Put this down. We hold the earth in our bodies, the air in our breath, and fire in our hearts and bellies. We also hold the endless depths of sacred waters in our emotional field. We can use these different parts of us to live our lives, our bodies for movement and connection, the fire within to fuel us with motivation, and the air for inspiration. We can allow the flow of emotional waters to gift us with cleansing and healing. These different elements have their own valuable purpose in our life and spiritual growth. There are moments, however, when only the flow of emotional waters can really bring us healing. No matter how we may try to forge ahead with the fire of motivation or make fresh, new, inspired plans or attempt to bring situations to a head through practical means, sometimes we cannot gain any traction through those methods until we let our emotions flow. The Oracle of Our Lady of Sacred Waters brings you guidance that you will benefit greatly from more deeply exploring emotional expression at this time. This might involve speaking your emotional truths from the heart without fear of ridicule or rejection, or needing validation from another, but expressing them simply because they are your own feelings and have innate value to you. It might involve journaling, or it may involve writing letters to people from your past, which you do not send, saying all that you have not as yet been able to say, so that you gain closure and let go. This process makes more energy available to you. You might need some time alone to grieve. You may even need some time alone to really connect with your happiness and feelings of satisfaction after coming through a difficult time, to let joy flood your being through dance or playfulness in nature. This oracle comes at a time when great movement internally will push external forms in your life to change. Your emotional release is energetically influential and can move your world, helping you step forward with easy gracefulness. Claim your right to your emotional truths and expressions. Write, dance, cry, yell, hug the trees, and place your body on the earth or in the ocean and relax into feeling held. Let your body express its emotional energies and know that these are the very waters that will nourish the garden of your life into bloom. This oracle also brings a particular message. What you have been sensing emotionally has merit and usefulness, even if there is no logical explanation or supportive physical evidence as yet. Things are not always as they seem, but your emotional instincts will let you know what you need to know. trust them. Assessing our emotions can be a skill that many of us need to learn after being trained by social conditioning to push them to one side and be governed by our intellectual processes instead. If you are finding it difficult to really access your emotions, then the following healing process will help you learn this valuable skill. Don't worry if you need to repeat the healing process once a week, for example, for the next few months, or every day for a week or 2 or 3. You will become increasingly emotionally intelligent through your patience and curiosity, and through your willingness to practice the skill of attention to become aware of what you feel without judging those feelings or shutting down. You deserve access to the sacred waters of your emotional being. Don't worry, the Mother won't let you drown in now. She will guide you instead to learn how to swim freely and emerge cleansed and ready for your next life steps. Okay, I'm like blown away. So let's just carry on. I've never had this card. The healing process and affirmation. An endless, clean, blue ocean is before you. Sense its peace and power. Rising up out of the ocean now is a shining, divine, feminine being. Clothed in the waves, her hair shimmers in the sunlight. She raises her hands towards you, and you are showered in water from the ocean. It might be a light stream of water or a big, thoroughly cleansing wave. She will deliver to you what you most need. If you have pleasure or fear, uncertainty or joy, or any other feeling or thought as this is happening, just stay present to it and allow it to come and go. Finish your healing process with this affirmation. Our Lady of Sacred Waters, Holy Mother Mary, bless me with your healing, cleansing grace. Help me to release fear, shame or guilt about my emotional life, and to have the courage to flow emotionally, that I may be fed by sacred waters and nourished in all facets of my life, in service to your plan of love. So be it. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I'll catch up with you soon on the live, okay, if you're watching this before 4 p.m. my time. It was 57:58. Okay, I'm going to go. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.